Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just a and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. Hey, we love. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, while we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight, fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari. We love war, and we love Jah. Me love Jaja, me love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jaja, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
Better working conditions. Better working conditions. Better working conditions. No resources. No resources. No resources. No resources. No more rats. No more rats. No more rats. No more rats. No space. No work. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Today must stop. No space, no work. No space, no work. No more rats. No more rats. More beds. More beds. No more mold. No more mold. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Any must change. Any must change. Any must change. Any must change. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. No more rats. We tired of the boys. We tired of the boys. We tired of the boys. No more rats. No more rats. No more rats. No more rats. No resources. No resources. No resources. No resources. No bed for patients. No bed for patients. No bed for patients. No bed for patients. We tired of this. We tired of this. Tired of the abuse. Tired of the abuse. Hospital. We need a hospital. Function in hospital. Function in hospital. We need a hospital. We need a hospital. Functional one. A functional one. Any is the start. Any is the start. We start the ground. We start the ground. Any must change. Any must change. Any must change. Any must change. No more rats. I'm tired of the moon. We tired of the moon. Doctors and nurses. Patients are humans. We can't breathe. We tired of the moon. We tired of being sick. We tired of being sick. We tired of catching cold. 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 No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor.
At a time when the health budget is being bled with billions missing, stolen, unaccounted for, whichever word you want to use, our nurses have to be demonstrating for better working condition and better pay. But as me hard for please, I have to ask the question. So that's all. I mean, could the nurses not do a more coordinated stand? More nurses come out, coordinate with nurses across the country and show the government that this is not a Cornwall regional problem, it is a nationwide problem. It is a start, a welcome start, but I have to ask, so. That's all. Anyway, globalists, good evening and welcome. Me never go come out here this evening, but I couldn't let down the doctors and the nurses. I can't itch me. I couldn't let down the doctors and the nurses because at a time, no in advance, me feel sorry for them because without them, we drop down dead. With nurses and doctors, there are very good nurses and doctors, like we have good police officers as well. One of the problem is they are both nurses, doctors, and police officers. They are working under stress. We have to admit that. They are working in horrible working condition. We have to admit that. They are working for peanuts, especially the police and the teachers. We have to admit that our public servants, we wish they could come on the battlefield with us. We wish they could come on the battlefield with us. But imagine what our society would have been without public servants like nurses, teachers, doctors, police officers, firemen, and all those people. They're all very relevant. But the problem is with us and them. All of us is swamped in a corrupt society, and people in position of power tend to collude with or silence to or get dabbled into the corruption. Hence, you have the silencing of voices. But it is a welcome start, and they ought to be supported because maybe if these people, as I've always said, especially we police them, maybe if we nurse and doctor them, our work. Good evening, everybody. One big good evening. How do? Maybe if our nurses and doctors have better working condition, have better pay, get paid for their overtime. Maybe the treatment what we get at the hospital, maybe the inhumanity that we come up against at the hospital, maybe the delays that we come up against at the hospital, maybe the overladen bureaucracy that we come up against at the hospital. If these people are properly incentivized for what they do, I feel they would do them job more as humans than as the robots a lot of them are at the moment. Similarly with our police and our teachers as well. The truth is we cannot deny that they're all working in some stressful working condition coupled with the low pay what them I get. So as liquor drop as they be, when me see them I take a stand, me have to support them. Because let me say this is why the fight against injustice in Jamaica has become drawn out. And if you look back at the Garvey movement, if you look at the civil rights movement with the Dr. King and Malcolm and all of them, all of the professionals, the teachers, the lawyers, the nurses, the doctors, the engineers, all of those people, the scientists, all of them were on the liberation journey. and on the liberation road at the time. Somewhere along the line, a lot of things like equality, professionalism, climbing the social ladder, and all of that, people get chipped sideways. And for me, it is one of the problem as to why the Jamaica society has become so docile. And if you look across many of the countries of recent times that we have, where we have uprising or change of government, places such as Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Madagascar, and all of those places, Nepal, all of these protests were led by students. Kenya was led by students. And SARS in Nigeria was led by students. Most of the riotous protests you see in America is led by students. Student is a big player in a lot of the protests in this country as well. Somewhere, somehow, Jamaican students get lost. Jamaican academics and Jamaican students get lost somewhere along the line. So the urge to stand up, the urge to even speak out, again, you have to look at the other factor of fear. A lot of people have become fearful because, to say, we live in a corrupt society and we know how things go, that police will go back to this with information and all that, or your friend, neighbor, whatever way. So there is a level of fear of retaliation, of speaking out or standing up, that I understand, that I also take into account as well. There is the political tribalism where, say, for example, as the current situation we have now, PNP will speak out. Labor rights will not speak out, no matter what the problem is. So there's a whole rafter of things that is affecting the docileness that we have become. You have the Wangagotism, where people love the handout from politicians or those in position of power and those who have connections. And if you speak out, you probably won't get favors or you will lose your connection. There's a whole raft of things. This is why people like us do the work that we do to continue to urge people not to become silenced to oppression, nor injustice or inequality, because your silence will give away your power. Your silence will give consent. Your silence will allow you to lose your power. And this is why people like us have to be out here every day doing what we do. We also come with it for the wicked tonight because Jamaica. Oh, make we finish off with the nurse and doctor them first. There's a video in the Gleaner, a report in the Gleaner I need to go to, bear with. Well, on the globalist, it tell me say you're not getting the audio, so let me quickly jump out this audio and put it back in. Bear with, bear with, bear with. Share screen. Facebook. Down. Go over here. Studio. Right, bear with. Hold on. Is it on? Bear with.
The reason that the doctors have joined the nurses is not for money. So the reason is not money, it's not monetary, right? So the reason that we're having this problem is the overcrowding in accidents and emergency, and the area that the accidents and emergency is in currently, because of the renovation of Cornwall and its old building, is what used to be the Mount Salem Health Center. Right? It's on the same hospital compound, but it's a flat that used to be called the Mount Salem Health Center, and that is where the accident and emergency department is. And if you had seen the pictures of how that whole building was destroyed, you can kind of get an idea of the doctors and the nurses have to.
Destroyed in the hurricane.
Yeah, after the hurricane. So it was bad before, don't get me wrong, it was bad before.
Yeah.
But the hurricane has caused damage to infrastructure and everything. Now, we've had apparently there are reports. We've heard of reports of persons who have had needle stick injuries because of the overcrowding and the needle just being so close, everything being so close to each other, and needle stick injury incident that happened. Patients have to be, there's no equipment. There's the equipment to the department is limited. There's barely any space to push blood pressure machines as well, to check patients. And we've even had reports of persons having to resuscitate patients on the ground because of the overcrowding. So the reason for the strike really is that the infrastructure of Cornwall, influx of patients, especially following the passage of Hurricane Melissa, has really taken its toll on the staff. They're burnt out and they're tired, and they don't agree that this is a place that patients are safe because of all the problems I've mentioned to you before. So staff are concerned, as well as the patients whom they are serving. That's a great concern for them.
What efforts were made to engage with management, even up to the ministry level, to address these concerns before it resulted in this protest action?
Well, they have written to the management of the hospital, and we have asked them. We've asked our representatives there to speak out our audience with the CEO, the chief executive officer, the senior medical officer of the institute, and all the relevant parties. We have, as the JMD, written before to the minister to let the public know, as well as to correct whatever actions that need to be corrected at Cornwall Regional Hospital, because they cannot function at full capacity in the state that they're in. So last year we had written to the minister as well regarding the matter, with regard to Cornwall. So I think this is just because a lot of things have been left unresolved. The reason that the doctors have joined the nurses is not for money. So the reason is not money, it's not monetary.
So what you're hearing here is that Cornwall Regional staff in particular have been working under pressure and under stress and have been silent about it for a very long time. But why I do welcome this at this time, it comes at a time when the annual report comes out. You realize the health ministry, all them do is misappropriate with money, or to call it the real thing, thief with money. Staff now get paid. No equipment now in a hospital. Hospital building fixture and fittings derelict and shoddy. No medication, no other hospital. This is dangerous for all of us. Rat take over Cornwall Regional Hospital. When it look like Debbie must fall asleep or she must be busy. Rat take over Cornwall Regional Hospital. When you hear them say no more CPR on the floor, when a patient have a cardiac arrest, you ought to put them on a stretcher to do the CPR, because in the midst of the CPR, you might have to also rush to theater with the patient. It's a deplorable condition. It's a deplorable condition going on in our hospitals. And all of us are at risk because the bad service is a danger to it. The germs in the hospital is a danger to it. Everything is about danger right now surround we. When we come about Anjo and the money and about Chang, but we could get Chang off with too much first. We could get Chang off with too much first, Prime Minister. Chang is a public servant, one that we don't see or deemed Prime Minister capable of continuing to hold the position that he did hold, or that he continued to hold in his rest in peace situation. I don't think you can take on any more policy direction in the country, Prime Minister. You have enough. We know say you deputized for Chang. Even if Chang get better Prime Minister, we don't see Chang as being compass, mentos, or physically capable of continuing in the role of National Security Minister. Therefore, today, Prime Minister, as I've asked you, sort this problem out. Rocky Mead. Rocky Mead, Prime Minister. Kachang na come back. May you know that. This useless thing of a Christian Tavares, Finson, that you put in the Senate for no apparent God Almighty good reason. Remove Christian Tavares from the Senate. Not no reason for it. Appoint Rocky Mead to the Senate so Rocky Mead can take up the position of National Security Minister. To hell with Chang now, Andrew Holness. Chang can in a bed a hold on the ministerial salary. The only thing Chang may have used for before Chang sick was sleeping. So when Chang come back, what you think Chang could have used for do? Probably to draw Sinor. Because he has always been sleeping. The nation have already told you years ago. We lack confidence in the minister. 93% of Jamaicans lack confidence in Dr. Chang. Me don't know, or maybe Rocky Mead will have more idea of how to deal with certain things. But sitting down and waiting on Dr. Chang to get better Prime Minister is a waste of our time and our tax dollar. Dr. Chang, we need to remove the ministerial salary from Dr. Chang. Dr. Chang not capable of continuing our compass mentos to continue. Appoint Rocky Mead to the Senate, move Christian Tavares, the uselessness of him, or whatever payback it was, and put Rocky Mead in the Senate so Rocky Mead can take up the position. Whether Chang get better or not is irrelevant. A long time we wanted to get rid of Chang. If God said we have enough of him now, let Chang go on. Or I don't know if a game when I play. I don't know if he's on the America extradition list. I know a farm sick. Me don't know, me just a ask. Cause me know how no come out in and stay. But Andrew, Melissa victim don't get nothing, you know. Me now say the 75,000, the 200,000, or the $500,000 and no money. Me no say no money, yo. Me no say it can't do nothing. Me no say it can't stop a gap. But when you look at the devastation across the hurricane zone, Melissa victim them don't get nothing. When you look on the amount of millions collected in gifts and donation, concert, loans, grants. I mean, we same Jamaican I go pay back. That's 6.7 billion US dollar, you know. You mean say out of that the people of Jamaica couldn't get little more help? No, for people will lose their house. How that? Well, anybody hear anything from the PNP them about their money? Yeah? Because it looked like 200 raised it by a few thousand. I mean, look at what we have gone through. Look at the amount of money that we've seen being collected. Even $1 million for a person who completely lost their home. Even $1 million wouldn't be adequate for a person who is assessed under the severe damage criteria, where you would have lost your entire home. 1 million Jamaica dollar would have been a drop in the ocean. God bless what you could have get out of it material wise. And then you fast on the road. Because you don't have workman money. And you don't have the money to buy the rest of material to get yourself started. Them something you no fear. But the way how Jamaica silent about it, it look like, I mean, it's all right because the Prime Minister say the people them to take care of the money because it's a lot of money. The Prime Minister said the people them to take care of the money because it's a lot of money. $500,000 maximum. Not $500,000 US dollars. $500,000 Jamaica dollars. Somebody work it out and tell me how much $500,000 Jamaica dollar be in a US, no, please. Somebody tell me how much the $500,000 Jamaica dollar be in a US. And when we talk about the wickedness and the evilness of this government, people think that we're taxed by the government and all sort. The people of Jamaica deserve better. And the people of Jamaica in the disaster zone suffered the effects of Melissa. But we see them now go get nothing. Because you hear Andrew every day get up and talk about building resilience. You know, say the same Melissa money. Andrew plan to take build resilience across the rest of Jamaica, town and them place there where Melissa never do anything to. But as to why the PNP them so silent, me is running out of patience with all of this because A beer madness a go on. Tough time, there's all start popping off in the healthcare. All start popping off in the healthcare. Dr. Daz come out. But you mean to say PNP can't come out come support Dr. Daz? Them something you're coming like a crisis a pop off in the country. That's why I welcome the healthcare worker them protest at this time. When we see how much money, 3,300 US. Hmm? When we see how the healthcare budget is being bled, how much money Tufton cannot tell us what happened to it, the racketeering that is being run in the health service. I have to welcome the nurses' protest at a time like now because it highlight what the reporter talk about. It highlight a lot from the report. Both of them colliding together at the moment is a good thing. And Ongo hope they can keep up the momentum, but as you know, momentum no work in a Jamaica when you come to standing up for yourself because as soon as minister or somebody from the department call, everybody quailing and calling. That's why we don't get no resolution to nothing. Look how long nurses and teachers are back with the government. And it's just promises, 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 and going round in circle. When the civil servants gonna have a united stand against the government, there's enough of you from various different sector, police, nurse, teacher, junior doctors, all sort, which is going through the same thing. If you don't take a united stand, I'm sure you might see better. But all in all, though, Andrew and Tufton them wicked. So what happened to all the all right, Andrew? In a COVID, for Melissa, one thing a lot of the countries send in the aid packages that they were sending is a lot of medical supplies, Prime Minister. Can you tell us if those medical supplies have been distributed to the hospitals across the country? Bedding, blanket, and all of them something there. Why you never give Melissa victim? Have you distributed them to hospitals? Jamaica people, you know why Marcus Garvey used the phrase unite, organize, and centralize? Unite. We have to first unite before we can take on anything. Organize to do things structurally with meaning, such as when you're doing a protest, you collaborate with others with a similar mindset and feeling as towards the goal that you're trying to achieve or whatever you're trying to highlight or the message you're trying to bring forward. So you want to bring attention to it, so you coordinate with people who are of the same similar mindset. When it comes to the centralized part of things, it means that once we unite and we organize ourselves, our efforts must be centralized to a particular thing. All of us must have a collective goal. All of us must have a collective goal. And until we organize ourselves in such a fashion, or standing up is not going to work. The system does not respond to splintered group. The system reacts more to a united front. That's why no matter the drum where we are knock, they not pay attention to us because we're not a united force. So there's a lot of things that we need to do before these people really start pay attention to us. Doesn't mean though we mustn't continue to highlight the issues, asking the questions, and holding power to account. But we are run out of patience. We are running out of patience because we see them a tighten the belt buckle, and a lot of us just a walk around giddy-headed so, like we have a lot of time upon our hands. The rules are changing very, very fast around us. Very, very fast. Trump behavior will embolden a lot of our leaders to behave aggressively to us. Why? Because they know that Trump likes strongman and dictatorship type of people. They will try to impress him. At this time when he's tightening on them, the cronies will try to impress him. So you ought to be careful and to be aware of a leader emulating Trump, not on an international level, but emulating Trump and using that power and aggression against you. And if you look on the judge and make a policy and all of them something there, we're not too far, you know. We're not too far. But Jamaicans use an advice to ask Andrew about the help for Melissa victims. Let us tell the government that even though we welcome the pittance not enough. Even though we welcome the pittance is not enough. There is very little the $500,000 can do. We would even talk about the rest, just the $500,000. For any of the assessed criteria from minor, major, or severe damages. The $500,000 Jamaica dollar Prime Minister is not even adequate for those who are assessed under the minor damages category. This is, you would even call this an insult. This way past insult, Prime Minister. This wrapped up in the bed of cruelty. This Prime Minister wrapped up in the bed of cruelty. When we see the amount of money that have been donated, collected, and borrowed, and Jamaicans who have been flattened will not be getting any meaningful help out of it. Because even for those who are assessed under the major damage category, which would be people who've lost their entire roof, $500,000 can put on back roof, Prime Minister. You see the host them down at St. Elizabeth and White House? Prime Minister, you see the house them in a St. Elizabeth and in a White House, where all of them roof strip off gone over yonder, so. You think to say $500,000 can put on back them people the roof? Most of all, a lot of these people are contemplate decking them roof, not rezinking it. I mean, you can get a few bag of cement and some sand out of that. But this is not no great effort put out by the government to help people to get back on their feet, to help people to get back into a shelter. This is nothing meaningful. It is something, I would have to admit. It is something. But this past disgrace and shame, this gone down to wickedness. No wonder why Mark Walden call you uncaring government. No wonder why Andrew Holness, Mark Golden call your government an uncaring government. Because the people of Jamaica is seeing the uncaring, but we didn't know for a time anyway. But you think at a time like now, you'd have a little heart. The uncaring get worse right now, Melissa. Because if it was for Andrew Holness, the people in the disaster zone would have perished for hunger and thirst. And Andrew Holness and Dana Dixon, I cannot take credit. Oh, we facilitate them. So to facilitate them, I don't do it. I feel we tax money spent. Because we don't get police escort them. It's us who pay for the police to escort them. And we them carry food congi. Jamaica people, we can't make Minister tough time I get the attention what is needed right now. The healthcare has been pulled down. Our healthcare is being pulled down. While Christopher Tufton continued to enrich himself. Contract here, contract there. Contract violation, procurement violation here, procurement violation there, to the tune of billions. Look at the condition where we doctor and nurses them are working at. It's just not fair. But if you don't stand up against Andrew Holness, Darrell Vaz, Christopher Tufton, and the whole of them, they're going to walk away as billionaires. By the time Andrew done, him will reach into the trillionaire bracket. I'm not that far. By the time Andrew done, Andrew will be in the trillionaire bracket. This coming like we work on getting up here. Because when you listen to Jamaica people in the disaster zone, the work where Melissa worked them the whole 8 hours. Because Melissa wasn't a storm where you sit down and wait out till it pass. Melissa was a movie. You understand? Melissa was a movie where you have to act out. You have to act out the role, the action role where they give you to play. You have to act out the role for the full 8 hours of Melissa. But when you don't get no pay for the role, when you take on in the Melissa Galangin, are the director and the script writer them and the technical director and the editor them, and them get the money. Ask JPS if you think I lie, me I tell. And if you think I lie, me I tell, ask Jacqueline Stewart Leclerc. And when you see Darrell Vaz, ask him as well. And if you want more proof, ask Andrew Holness. Our money has been stripped left, right, and center. and we're not getting any help or any service. We don't even have ambulance to come pick we up. A roadside is vehicle we down. If we drop down out a road, we can't call ambulance. We have to thank God for the passing car. Where we grab we up and throw we in the car we go along. We may dead on the way or we may dead when we go there. These are the reality. These are the reality where we are go through. So that's why I'm telling you, Jamaica, stand up. Because if you don't stand up, when you see you have a government which is so tyrannical, and when you're not sure that government say you are not prepared to tolerate such behavior, they continue to chip away at you until they take all your powers. Anyway, may I go sleep before next thing you know, they send lawsuit, so shut your mouth. But globalists, we have an amazing weekend, you hear? And remember, say, no matter what it is, we must always protect our God-given rights. We are not their children. They are not our masters. We are not their slaves. They're not our God. They're just another piece of human like us, and despicable ones as well. Don't let these people continue to take away our powers. Don't continue to stay in silence. Silence is surrender of your power. Your silence is surrendering of your powers. That's why I have to chat, so you know, I have to say me I'm fall backside or something. But me not go keep silence for the people them things that me not hear, or I'm afraid of them, or something this or something that. No, me attack. If me attack and they want to do something, just do it and done. But me I go talk. All right. We now get seen over here right now. You know the weather kind of lift a bit to the limit. It today the weather come up to about 8 to 10 Celsius. So it did feel all right today, but you can't. We've been having a lot of rain as well, but you can't set your heart on it because by you bat your eyelid, the weather change in this country and change drastic and dramatic as well. So until summer arrive, we can't be hopeful. Or not summer, until spring arrive, because when spring come, it got that feel somebody-ish. Anyway, my peeps, have yourself an amazing weekend, and we will come back on Sunday. Alrighty? So thank you very much for being here tonight. And make sure to hit the like button and share the live. And join us back on Sunday when we start the ball all rolling again. Thank you very much. And good night from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gotta pass down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry and do the of righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Rastafari, save all people.
and we love Jah, we love Jah,
Jah
we love Jah.
Rastafari, preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.